Do you have lots of memo sheets that you don't know what to do with? How about turning them into a super cute phone case that you can use on just about any phone case you like? So I'm going to show you how to do this in this video. So obviously first you're going to need a load of memo sheets. Just pick out whichever ones you like the best. In this video I'm going to be using these two Snimmerroll ones. You're also going to be needing a phone case. It can be plain, it can be patterned. As long as it's a hard case you can use it. That's no problem at all. You'll also need some Mod Podge. I'm using them all with a little gloss, but if you would prefer a matte look you can certainly use any kind of Mod Podge you like. You're going to need some scissors as well, and also some sponges or some old brushes to put on the Mod Podge with. You'll also need a blade to cut out the camera hole in the case as well. And any extra decorations like stickers, rhinestones, beads, cabochons, anything else you want to put on your case, that's fine. You can put absolutely anything on here. So first you want to figure out where you want the sheet to go on your case. If it's a clear case you can easily see through it and see how the design is going to look as the background. Then simply just put a bit of Mod Podge on the case and move it evenly over the whole case using the sponge or the brush or anything that you're using. A nice even layer over the top, not too thick either. And then you can lay your memo sheet down on the case. Try and make it look as even as you can. And be very careful with this, take your time. And then just press it on and smooth out any air bubbles or anything like that that could be on the memo sheet. You're then going to fold it over the edges to cut off any excess that goes too far over the edge. Don't cut off too much because you want to leave little flaps so you can fold them over the edges of the case to make the finishing look neater. So just follow what I'm doing and cutting out little flaps in all of the crevices and ports on your phone just to make sure you can easily access any openings on the case. And also cut out the camera hole as well using your knife. And it should look something like that. Then cut diagonal slits around the corners of your case, just so it will be easier for you to fold the paper around the case when you're doing the edges of it. So next, you're just going to take some Mod Podge and go around the edges of your case. And then you can fold over the edges of the paper and hold it down for a few seconds before letting go to make sure it's perfectly stuck, and make sure you smooth out any air bubbles or any creases in the paper. And to do the corners, just load up the corners with Mod Podge and then you can fold over the flaps. Again, just hold them in place for a few seconds just to make sure they are stuck. If you have any loose edges, any bits that stick out, you can cut those off with your scissors or smooth them down around the back of the case. Basically just follow what I'm doing on the screen and you should be okay. All phone cases are different, so yours might be different from mine. Now you're going to do the insides of the case. Just put some Mod Podge around the insides of the case itself and then fold over the little flaps that stick out around the edge. Again, hold them in place because they will pop up quite easily because they are smaller pieces of paper, but don't worry, they should stick very easily if you hold them in place like so. And if you're having any trouble, just cover them with Mod Podge and try again. And then once you've done all that, it should look something like this. Hopefully yours will be just as neat. And then you can decide on the decorations. So I'm using this little memo sheet paper. I'm just going to decide where to put this on the case. And then cover the case with a thin layer of Mod Podge so you can start decorating. Place your memo sheet on top wherever you want to place it. It doesn't matter if bits stick out over the edge because we can fold those over later. And smooth it out just like before. And then cover it with a small layer of Mod Podge just to seal it in place. Do the edges, make sure that you stick down any bits that stick out. And again, smooth them over with a layer of Mod Podge on top too. And then your case should look something like this. And now I'm going to add some stickers on the case as well. Just peel off the backing on the stickers and place them wherever you want. They may not stick exactly perfectly well on top of the wet case, so make sure you put a good amount of Mod Podge on top. So just sponge it on top like this before wiping it, just to make sure that they are perfectly stuck. And then you're done basically. Add another 3 layers of Mod Podge just to seal everything in place, and you can add gemstones, bows, buttons, cabochons, anything else you want as well. I'm just keeping it plain like this. But that is it for now guys, so I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!